Welcome to this lecture. So after looking at the basic introduction of APIs, it's time to explore DeepSeek API. And to do that, you can simply open your browser and go to DeepSeek website. So DeepSeek, and then click on this first link, which is deepseek.com. And there you can see their homepage is opened, and here if you are able to see it in Chinese, you will see the English button, so you can press it and then it will be translated to English. And now you can see this API platform button, so click on it so that we can see the API detail of DeepSeek. So now you can see in my case this dashboard page is open, but if you will gonna open it for the first time, then you will gonna notice that it will gonna ask you to create an account or log in. So what you can do is to log in with Google or sign up with Google, and then you can select your Google account and then press continue. And once you will do that, you will see this dashboard page, and here the first thing which you can see is the balance. So in your case it will be 0. So what you have to do is to actually add minimum $2 here in DeepSeek, because DeepSeek API is not free, so you must have to charge some amount here to use their API. And to add some amount here, you can simply click on top up button and it will gonna show you the options. So what you can do is to select the amount to like $2, and then the next thing is selecting the PayPal or credit card. So if you got a PayPal account, you can click here, and if you got a debit card, you can press here. After that, you need to provide the detail of your relevant account and then click pay, and by doing that you will add some amount inside your DeepSeek account. And if you are going to add, for example, $2, then it will be more than enough for building and testing many chatbots. So the first thing is adding balance inside your DeepSeek account. And once you do that, you will be able to use their APIs. So once you will add some amount here, the next thing is looking at their API details or API documentation. And to do that, you can simply click on this docs button and it will gonna open some documentation. So here you can see the title, your first API call. So basically they are providing an example here how to make an API call for using DeepSeek model. So if you will scroll down, you will see this example section. So as you have already learned about the introduction of API and components of APIs, so you will find familiar things here. Like here, to make an API call for using a DeepSeek model, we need to hit this URL. So this will be our endpoint. After that, in the header, we need to pass these two things. So firstly, we are going to pass the content type to application JSON. So it means that we are telling the server that we are going to send the data in the form of JSON. And secondly, we are going to pass our DeepSeek API key. So we are going to generate an API key on DeepSeek and pass it in the header. After that, in the body, we are going to pass the data in the form of JSON. So this will be our body. So firstly, in the body, we are going to pass the model name which we want to use. Like here in this case, we are going to pass DeepSeek chat model. Similarly, we can specify other model name here as well. And then the second thing here is the list of messages. So here in this messages list, we are going to pass the question or the query which we want to send to DeepSeek model. And to specify it, we are going to specify an object similar to this one. And we are going to cover this thing in detail later. So right now inside this messages list, we got two objects. So this first message or this first object is for setting the behavior of DeepSeek model. And this second message is actually our query which we want to send to DeepSeek. So here we have set the role to user and the content to hello. So it means that user is sending a query hello to DeepSeek model. So when we are going to make this API call, it will gonna send hello to DeepSeek model, and DeepSeek will gonna return the response. And we need to get that response and show it to the user on screen inside our application. So this is a sample structure of API call which we need to make for using DeepSeek model. Similarly, here at the top you can see two popular models provided by DeepSeek. So firstly, we got this DeepSeek chat model, and secondly this DeepSeek reasoner model. So we can specify either one one of these while making an API call, and we are going to cover these details later as well. Similarly here, after looking at this your first API call, we got this model and pricing section. So here you can see a lot of detail, and we are going to cover these details once we are going to make an actual API call from our mobile application. After that, things will be familiar for us and we can easily understand them. So right now we have just looked at some basic detail of DeepSeek API, and now it's time to use this API inside our Flutter application and explore things further. And we are going to do that inside our next lecture. So see you in the next lecture.